Vertex form. This is in vertex form. What's the k value here? Plus what?
0.
0. So what's the h value?
0.
No.
4.
4. It's 4. And what's the k value? 0. So on this, what do you know immediately? The vertex is?
4, 0.
Is the vertex, right? This is in, what is vertex form? Do you remember what the general vertex form is? Super general is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. H is the x coordinate of the vertex, k is the y coordinate of the vertex, and a determines if it goes up or down or if it's wider or steeper. That's vertex form. Vertex form is nice because what does it give you?
The vertex.
The vertex. So we know this is a vertex. Does it go up or down? It goes up or down? It goes up because what is the a value on this one? No, it's 1, which is greater than, which is positive, which is greater than 0. So it goes up. Is it steep or shallow or neither? Well, it's 1. So which one are we going to call it? It's kind of neither, right? It's y equal. It's 1.
Oh, yeah.
When we say steep, we mean steeper than a equals 1. When we say shallow, we mean less than a equals, or between 0 and 1. So this one is just a regular curve. Does it go up or down? It goes up. So when you do this,
So steeper would be?
steeper would be an a value, absolute value of a is greater than 1 would be steeper.
So like 4 or 5.
Yes, exactly. And if the absolute value of a is less than 1,
So negatives or fractions?
yeah, it could be negative or fraction, exactly, but it'd have to be between, what this means is a would be between negative, sorry, not negative 1, it would be between 1 and negative 1. Like that would mean shallower.
So fractions.
Fractions less than 1. Fractions less than 1, yes. Or they could be negative too. Because that negative just means up or down, right? That's why I put those absolute value signs around it. So the vertex on this one is at 4, 0. And does this go up or down? Up. So let's go over to 4, 0. There's your vertex. And this is a regular curve. So you should be able to immediately, if a is 1, you should know what this looks like. You go over 1 and up 1. You go over 2 and up 4. So it looks like this. And then you get better eventually. I'm not the best at it, at drawing these curves. There it is. Could you label these points if I asked you to, which is something I will definitely ask you to do on quizzes? Yeah, this is going to be 5, 1. And this is going to be 6 what? Close. 4. And what's this one? Because on a regular square, you always go over 1 and up 1 to the first point, and over 2, up 4. Because it's being squared. If you go over 1, you go up. What's 1 squared? 1. What's 2 squared? 4. So if this only works if the a value is what? 1. This is the standard parabola that we compare all the other ones to. So then it's the opposite now. So it's going to be 3 what? 3, 1, and 2, 4. Done. That would be a great, I asked you to graph that by hand, full credit right there. You've labeled all the points, the curve looks great. You didn't do work you didn't need to have to do. I mean, I wouldn't take off for that, but if you did it wrong, maybe. Yes, Noah. Vertex form. Let's take a look at this. What did I do here? Well, I just wanted to get rid of this negative 4 and just isolate it over here. I still want to look at it. It's like, go away, go away, go away. This is the thing you need to do. And Chris, I like your idea of factoring out an x, but what is vertex form? A times x minus h squared. It doesn't help you, right? Yeah. You want to turn this into a perfect square. We know how to turn this into a perfect square by adding 9. 9 is half of 6 squared because it's b over 2a. A is 1. 6 over 2 times 1 is 3. 3 squared is 9. But if you add 9 to this side, what do you have to do to the other side? You have to add to both sides, or it unbalances the equation. So we just took this and added 9 to both. Still true, but why did we add 9? Because what does this turn into? X plus 3 squared. What's 9 and 4? 13. So now what do you have? Y equals x plus 3 squared minus 15. What is the h value? Negative 3. And what's the k value? Negative 13. Because what is vertex form, everybody? You have to remember this. Vertex form is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. This right here is vertex form. So here, what is this actually written as? If you wanted to write it at y equals x minus negative 3 squared minus 13. This right here is h. That's h. And this right here is what? K. So if you put it into vertex form, you can find the vertex. Yes. Go.
Would it be wrong if I wrote in the test?
Negative 4, negative 21. Yes. Okay. So you're going to work on one of these by yourself first before we go up to the board. Actually, I like keep it going up to the board. That's fine. How about this? Do it at the board. Find me the vertex.
Let's go. Can I have a marker? Chris, can you grab me a marker and do that? Okay, just kidding.
Right, the original all squared. Here. I'll do it. 49 over 2. That's all. Yeah. Oh, 49. Oh my goodness.
I was just putting it down. I just was Thank
X squared
you.
X squared plus 7x minus 8.
Why is it way up there?
That's factor 4 right there.
Put parentheses around the whole 7/2, Hannah. Yes, good. There you go. Game on. Game on.
Where is it? Plus 49 over 4?
No, so what do you have to keep it in?
Fraction.
Yes, ma'am.
Minus 8 minus 49.
Here.
Does it have to be a perfect, what is it called? The difference of squares.
Okay.
It's not difference of squares. It's
The
just.
sum. I'm
Can
just
I
saying.
please use my calculator?
You can use your calculator if you. No calculators. No. Deal. You can do 8 times 4. Come on.
Oh, 32 plus 49.
Oh, 32 plus 49.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, look on Mike.
Where'd you get 7 from?
It's a 7 right here.
7x.
Oh, my bad.
14 over 4 is. How did you get 14 over 4, Gabby?
Yeah, we're not bored anymore.
You square both of them.
32 plus
So add them together. Now on the left, you could simplify the left, and you can also factor the right hand side.
Add this and this.
How did you add that?
Common denominator.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, Mike. Oh, it's all pluses. I forgot about that.
Wait, so can I factor first? I subtract that, right?
Factor first before you subtract it.
How do you factor?
The whole point is you're turning it into a perfect square.
Come on,
What?
Mike.
You can do it.
Come on, Mike.
This is exactly so. Yes. So now you need to factor this right here. It's the same method you factored before.
What's 49 over 4? Square root that, Mike. There you go, Mike.
Yes, you can. Finish it. He's going for the kill. Boom. He's done.
Oh.
It's the same thing over and over. Don't hate on the fractions. Perfect.
Hey, Mike. Now, what is your vertex, Mike? You didn't finish, dude.
That's right, Chris. Whoa, what's the vertex? What's H? Yes. Yes. You got this, Kieran?
I think so.
You think so? It's same exact process. It's just slightly different numbers, right? Okay. Put parentheses around that so it's a point.
Is
Oh,
it
true.
Yes.
Is it negative 7 over 2, comma negative 81 over 4?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Booyah!
When you look at that thing, though.
Gabby.
I have to do it here.
Same thing you had before.
Take a close look.
At your girl.
I didn't need any help either.
Where did the 4 come from?
I think that was maybe.
Huh? What did
So
you
this
do?
is going to factor into
I
something
heard
squared.
I did it.
X plus
No, why would you
half
do
of
that?
it.
Excuse me.
Oh,
I mean, anyhow.
It's funny how successful you are on life because of this day, okay?
Plus
Okay.
So my homework.
I'll let you know. I'll be giving you a call.
Sorry, you should have been in
So how
like.
much would I get from
Sit down for an
I'll
hour.
have to work for music.
Kids, so the important thing here, the important thing here is that did the process change? As you. So kids, yeah, most of you added 8 first, which is great. That's fantastic. And then what did you add to both sides? 7 over 2 squared. So the key thing to remember is when you do this, you're purposefully setting up a square. And what does that factor into? It factors into x plus 7 over 2 squared. And if you add these two together, what do you get? 81 over 4. What do you subtract from both sides?
81 over 4.
Mm-hmm. So it's, sorry, minus 81 over 4. So what's your vertex? Negative 7 over 2 and 81 over 4. Exactly. You found the vertex. It's the same process. Same process. So here is the last stage in making this. I'm going to add one more thing to this. One more thing. So everybody get back to the board. I'm going to add one more level. The only new thing that was added in on this one. What's the only new thing?
Making the leading coefficient 1.
Exactly. So the first thing you did was this, and you turned it into y over 2 equals x squared plus 9 over 2x minus 6. Yeah, you're cranky because there's a 9 over 2 there instead of a nice whole number, but does it change the math? No. In this case, you do 9 over 2 all over 2 squared. What does that turn into? 81 over 16. So you get rid of this and you add the 81, so you end up with 6 plus y over 2 plus 81 over 16 equals x squared plus 9 over 2. And 81 over 16 is also written as what? 9 over 4 squared. What does this right-hand side factor into? You've done this already. It factors into x plus 9 over 4. And then over here, you had to do this. Yes, you have to do fractions sometimes. So what does those two things add together to get? 177 over, and you have y over 2 right here. So you subtract that first, and you end up with y over 2 is equal to x plus 9 over 4 squared minus 177 over 16. But you don't like y over 2, you need y equals, because what is vertex form? Y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Is there anything around y over here? No. So what do you multiply by? So you get y is equal to 2 times x plus 9 over 4 squared minus 177 over 8, because that's half of. You're multiplying by 2. So 2 on top. What's 2 over 16? 1 over 8. So in this case, what does h equal? Negative 9 over 4. K is equal to negative 177 over 8. And what's a equal if I asked you? 2. So is this one, does this face up or down? Up, because a is positive. Is it steeper or shallower? Steeper, because 2 is greater than 1. Exactly. So it's going up. It's about twice as steep. You could have the vertex. Now, would it be very nice of me to have you find other points without a calculator? No, because the other points are going to be all like in terms of 8ths and 177. Like that's not cool with me. But could you do a general sketch? Sure, like you could do a general sketch. Like negative 177 over 8, that's like around negative 20-ish, you know, like 121, 22. So you kind of graph it, but that's the general idea here. 3. Yeah, so you end up with 3y is equal to x squared plus 18x plus what? Plus what? 72. So you had 3y minus 72 is equal to x squared plus 18x. What's half of 18?
9.
What's 9 squared? So you have 3y minus 72 plus 81 is equal to x squared minus 18x plus 81. So what does this right-hand side factor into? X plus 9 squared, and this is 3y plus 9. So you end up with 3y equals x plus 9 squared minus 9. Divide everything by?
3.
So y is 1/3 x plus 9 squared minus 3. So what's the vertex? Negative 9, negative 3. Done. Put everything away.